Is your home getting showings but no offers? Or even worse, you're not getting any activity at all?
If so, don't panic. You're not alone.
I'm Derek.
And I'm Mariana Wagner.
The 2025 real estate market is very different than what we're used to seeing.
Absolutely. And so if your home isn't moving, let's talk about why. So what we do is we help homeowners in Colorado Springs. We help them navigate these changing markets because, the market is always changing. And we are in the middle of a big change right now, honestly.
In our 23 years, what we could tell you is the market always changes. We haven't really seen a flat market in our career, I don't think.
For example, right now, available inventory is up 46% from March. That was a couple months ago.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But sales are only up 14%.
So really not keeping up with the demand.
Not even a little bit.
With the supply.
Yeah, exactly. There's more homes hitting the market, but buyers are not snatching them up at the same rate.
Yep, that's very true. The gap between what's on the market and what is being sold is getting larger and larger and larger, and it's putting a lot of pressure on sellers.
For them to stand out, they're the pick-me. And so today we're going to break down the 3 key reasons why homes are sitting right now and what you can do to help yours sell.
I think the number one, the biggest reason why homes aren't selling is price. Buyers right now are looking for a deal. They're looking for well-priced homes. So if you're not priced correctly, you're just going to sit.
So even a small price adjustment, it can bring new eyes to your listing. It generate a fresh new interest. And so making these price adjustments can be very helpful.
Sometimes there's just a strategic price adjustment. Let's say, we're at $595 and we need to make a price reduction. We can go $5,000. That will get you into a whole new buyer pool.
Absolutely.
And that's where Mariana was saying, you'll just get some fresh new eyes on it. So fishing in the same pond for a while, sometimes it's good to get your bait and tackle and go to a different pond where different buyers are and cast your rod out there.
Absolutely. And that's reflected in what we saw last month also, because we saw 45% in May of 2025. We saw 45% of all homes in El Paso County had a price reduction. When they did reduce, the average price drop was about 2.5%. That's average. So we're talking about $1 million homes and we're talking about, lower priced homes. So that is a conversation that you need to have.
And if you've been on the market for a while, note this. Most people have priced their homes, based on data that we got 6 months before we met with the homeowner. And by the time they get their house on the market, that might be a few weeks after that. Well, we are noticing a downward trend in home value, an individual home value. So if it takes a couple of months to get your home on the market from when we had originally met, it's often that you're already coming out of the gate overpriced. So, and then if you've been sitting on the market for a few months, you're going to continually, as time goes on, become more and more overpriced. So my advice is always make quick, fast price reductions.
Because the longer you wait to make a price reduction, the larger the price reduction you're going to have.
Time is not on your side when we're in a price reduction kind of environment.
Absolutely. So step 2, price honestly is going to fix everything, but there are other factors that can help cushion all of this as well. And so part 2 would be preparation. So many buyers are maxed out financially, meaning what they qualify for and what they're willing to pay. Like they're at the top of their market. They can't, of their own internal market.
And the worst is a lot of them are doing interest rate buy downs. So they need a $20,000 from the seller just to get the buy down.
So they can
so
afford
they can
the
even
house.
afford the house.
And that happens, and that's what happens. But that coupled with getting your home prepared correctly is going to mean everything. So many buyers, since they are maxed out financially, just to get into your home, they want to see that they can move in, because since they're already maxed out, they don't want projects. They want something they can move into. Like they don't want a DIY, an HGTV, any of that. And they want a house they can move into, because guess what? They're spending all their money on their mortgage payment now.
Yep.
And so touch up the paint, fix the leaky faucet, replace the worn out carpet. Small things do go a long way in creating a move-in ready feel. Sometimes paint and lipstick is what you need, but also make sure things are working correctly. And also make your home easy to show. Evenings, weekends, the more flexible you are, the more buyers will come through that door.
3, well, that's promotion. You want to make sure that you're seen everywhere. Everybody, your first showing is actually online.
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, we all do that for almost everything. We kind of take a look, a lot of us now look at the menu before we go to the restaurant.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and today's market, you got to be really aware that, you know, the agent that you're picking, that you're working with, they're making sure that your home's going on Zillow, because they have some new standard practices that they just recently put into place, which can exclude you from Zillow. Same with Realtor.com, and Redfin did the same thing, and Homes.com did not do the same practice, but they're blackballing listings pretty quickly. So you want to make sure that you're getting into the 4 major websites, which they're all syndicated: Zillow, Realtor.com, Redfin, and Homes.com. You want to make sure you're getting in all of those. You also want to make sure that you're getting in front of buyers specifically. We have a whole entire database that we like to market to. Tell potential buyers about your home before it even hits the market.
Absolutely. And so if your home isn't standing out digitally, then your buyers aren't going to see it at all. It's just going to be part of the noise, and you don't want to be part of the noise.
Yep.
So yes, the market has changed.
I'd also like to say, you know, you want to make sure that you have really good photo content. You have to have great photos. It is a beauty contest, so your photos have to be world class. They have to be great. Also, what I've been seeing is a trend that buyers really like online floor plans. They like to see the floor plan before they even get inside of the house.
Mm-hmm. They do, because that lessens the chance of wasting everybody's time too, because I can't tell you how many times buyers walked in, turned around, and walked out going, I didn't want this floor plan. Mm-hmm. And they couldn't really tell what the floor plan was by the photos alone.
Yeah, right.
And so it just helps save everybody time and money.
So if your home isn't priced right, moved in ready, and ready for the market, it's easy to get overlooked in today's kind of market.
And it's super crowded out there, so you definitely want to stand out.
Yeah, especially with 48% more inventory.
Something ridiculous like that.
There's a lot of inventory. So you just want to be really competitive.
Thank you for watching. Please like and share.